All right, hello and welcome everyone to the St. James City Council meeting, June 3rd, 2025 at 5:30. Can I get a consideration to approve the minutes?
So move.
Kathleen?
Second.
Steve? Any discussion? No? All in favor, say aye.
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 Abstain.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
She was gone.
I was going.
Table it. till you-
Table it. We will table it.
Okay.
Yeah, until we have more council members.
Well, so then, do you motion to table?
I
And then-
motion to table it.
Okay?
And I'll second
Kathleen?
that motion.
Steve? Perfect. All
And I have
right.
to say
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. All right, on to payment of claims and ACH payments. Nothing?
I so move to approve.
Sue?
Second.
Okay.
Steve? Perfect.
Suppose we better really.
Any discussion?
All right, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. All right, we have a scheduled public hearing, so I will call the public hearing at 5:31. With this, everyone will be given an opportunity to participate. Staff presentation, applicant's presentation, public comments will be limited to 5 minutes. And council, you'll also.
Just
Go
remember,
ahead.
you can ask questions, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to refrain from your opinion during the public hearing. Then when we get to the action item, you can then express your opinion. So,
Perfect.
and we have Shannon Sweeney who's with David Drown today to give the staff presentation portion of the public hearing.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Action that's before you this evening is to adopt a tax increment financing plan. It's a document that was drafted to designate an area of the community from which we intend to capture new property tax that's associated with new development. Sorry?
I thought something was missing.
I thought that was okay. Ultimately, we began this process a couple of months ago at the recommendation of the EDA as a means of supporting the public infrastructure that needs to be installed to serve that area. Ultimately, our intention is to capture those new property taxes and redirect those for the purpose of building a very expensive stormwater pond, streets, water and sanitary sewer utilities, and storm sewer. With that, we're able to provide assistance to development opportunities in order to make the property more attractive to folks that would like to invest in St. James and build new facilities. And so this district has a life of 9 increment collections that would essentially start about 2 years from now, when new property taxes might start being generated within the boundaries of that district. We would intend between now and partway into the life of that district, make obligations towards repayment of costs associated with the public infrastructure to assist developers in building projects and redirect those taxes for those purposes. We have a budget that we've established within the tax increment plan that tries to project forward, what any of those opportunities might be. We have some opportunity to shift between line items within that budget, but if we ever intend to increase that overall amount, we would need to go through a process very similar to what we're going through today. In many instances, more than one tax increment district is created because we essentially have 9 years of collection and we have only 5 years in which we can incur obligations, meaning issue bonds or spend money to build infrastructure, enter into obligations with developers to assist with projects. And, I wouldn't anticipate that we'll have this park fully filled with one tax increment district. I think it'll take more than that. And it'll ultimately, it's a means of assistance that we'll need in order to make those properties more affordable. And so The public hearing is on the creation of the tax increment district. The resolution that provides for its adoption also authorizes execution of a development agreement with the developer that's here today. That's proposing to build a car wash, laundromat, and pet wash on one of the sites that's within the boundaries of the TIF district. In your packet was also a draft of a tax increment financing agreement that provides about $107,000 worth of assistance based on relatively immediate construction and reimbursement of a portion of that captured property tax over a 9-year period. That's within the resolution that provides for the adoption of the TIF districts. That's a authorization that's given to the mayor and the city manager to execute that contract that was provided for your review. Again, the tax increment district is confined to 3 parcels. There's a map in the tax increment plan. Parcels include essentially all those immediately adjacent to the public improvements that you're going to be considering the design of later this evening as well. And at the end of the day, if we ever choose to expand it, once again, we need to go through a very similar process again in order to do that. Tax increment districts are pretty regulated. There's a pretty solid section of state statute that talks about what you can and can't do. A lot of that's reiterated within the TIF plan, and ultimately we assist the city with determining what's appropriate and how to proceed when you have questions. So more than happy to answer questions of the council or the public as you continue the public hearing.
I think I have a question. So this TIF it's District 1 through 8, right? I mean, it's for that whole area.
1-8. It's we'll call it TIF 8 for ease. TIF 8 is those 3 parcels that are identified in the plan and on the map.
Okay. So it's kind of like setting up for future businesses too.
Correct.
Okay.
It's, we wanted to be able to assist or accommodate or capture increment because we have an expensive development project to develop that property, and we're going to need those property taxes to assist in making those improvements affordable. I should mention that says it in my cover letter, but ultimately we are capturing county and a little bit of school tax. And we have notified both of those entities more than 30 days in advance of the hearing and have provided them with a draft of the tax increment plan, made them aware of the public hearing and the opportunity to comment. We typically don't see comments from those folks, but they're given an opportunity to comment on this, and they're provided a draft of the tax increment plan, just so you're aware of that.
And that was 42% for the county? If I was looking at that right, or is that different? Or what am I looking
Everybody's
at?
got a tax rate, and ultimately it attributes to their portion of the property tax that's captured. And
Is that what they would pay? Is that what their percentage of it would be?
yeah, they're of a tax rate of 112%. They're
Yeah.
probably about 38% of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Of what's projected to be captured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? You want to speak, Bramer? You're more than welcome. No?
You're okay,
Good?
all right.
Okay. All right, now that I close it,
Close the public
close the
hearing.
public hearing at 5:39. And I got to open back up the regular meeting?
I don't think so, because we
No?
didn't do a motion
Okay.
to.
Okay. So just go to the 7A, that we're
Yep.
done with that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll start with
Let's
that.
go to 10A, consideration to approve special event permit for Fox 9 Town Ball.
So tomorrow, Fox 9 will be in town for their Town Ball Wednesday. St. James is their first stop on their tour for 2025. It's an all-day event, and they are requesting a portion of 3rd Street South from 7th Avenue South to 8th Avenue South to be closed, which would directly impact the entrance for Veterans Field. They're going to have TC, the Twins Bear, and free ice cream, so it's kind of just to help with traffic control and in that.
Free ice cream is only for the first 300.
Yes, thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
I
Just so
forgot
it doesn't get overwhelmed.
Yes, sorry. Only for the first 300, which I plan to be one of them. Just kidding. So anyways, that's exciting. So we're just looking for a motion to approve that special event permit.
So move.
Kathleen?
Second.
Sue? Any discussion? All-
Say the first 300 will be Blake's birthday party numbers for the amount of people he's been inviting out.
Yes. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. 10B, consideration to approve special event permit farmers market.
So the farmers market, which is hosted by the Chamber and CVB, starts also tomorrow and will continue every Wednesday through hopefully the end of October, depending on weather. They're not requesting any roads to be closed, but they will block off, well, Chad will block off 5 parking spaces in Memorial Park for them to park. We're going to try to move it into Memorial Park and see if we can get some better attendance and hopefully add on some like kid activities and just kind of make it more of a vendor market feel than just kind of plopping in downtown. So hopefully that will work a little bit better. I think it's a great night to start with Fox 9, and I think there's going to be a lot of buzz around the community. So just looking for a motion to approve that special event permit.
So moved.
Steve?
Second.
Kathleen? Any other discussion?
I think it's a fantastic location.
Yeah.
You know, it's all better in the grass than it is in a parking lot. You know, you're not baking people along with the product, so
And utilizing the hard work we've put into the Memorial Park area.
absolutely, we need to do that, more of that.
Yes. All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. 10C, consideration to approve special event permit, Music in the Park.
So the Music in the Park concert series will begin Wednesday, June 11th, and then the next date is June 25th, July 9th, and July 23rd. Starts at 6 p.m. also in Memorial Park Band Shelter. They are not requesting any road closures, but are requesting bench and picnic table setup, which Chad is well aware of. And then nice thing too is with the farmers market, they're going to be on that side of the park on those days and will extend their hours to hopefully capture some additional attendees. So great collaboration. So we're looking for approval for that special event permit.
So moved.
Sue?
Second.
Steve? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. 10D, consideration to approve special event permit, Railroad Days.
So Railroad Days is our annual community festival, very large. I tried to put every activity I could into this memo, but they are requesting street closure for the car show on First Avenue South, and also for the parade route, which has been the same parade route for years. The event actually starts on June 16th and will continue through June 22nd. Equipment requests for kind of all of their activities are going to be barricades, road closure signs, no parking signs, cones, garbage cans, and picnic tables. And that also has been given to Chad with each and individual activities request. So just looking for approval for that as well.
So move.
Kathleen?
Second.
Sue? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 10E, consideration to approve special event permit, fireworks.
So this is also an annual event that we have, the 4th of July fireworks. It's going to be on the 4th of July at 10 p.m., also in Memorial Park. The street being requested for closure is Levy Boulevard, like we've done every year. And they're requesting barricades for street closure and garbage cans, and we'll be working closely with city staff and the PD to ensure that parking and security is well taken care of. Looking for approval on that.
So moved.
Steve?
Second.
Kathleen? Any discussion?
How did we get it on the 4th of July?
Hasn't always been on the 4th of July?
No, we've
don't
moved
think
it
so.
because of cost.
Oh,
Because
did it come back to the 4th of July?
it's premium money on the 4th of July
Oh.
versus a day ahead or the day behind.
Oh,
So I was wondering,
maybe because it's a Friday? I don't know. Well, I will double check,
I mean,
we'll double check with the
it
chamber
was
to make sure.
actually quite expensive, a big difference.
Well, I think there was a big difference too because they had no staff. So if they've staffed up a bit, it could have been a little more workable.
Okay.
So we'll double check on that, but yeah, that would be awesome, I think. That's what the application said, so we're just
Yeah.
relaying the information.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. New business, 12A, consideration to approve resolution 6.25.01, approving the establishment of tax increment financing district number 1-8, and adoption of the tax increment financing plan relating thereto.
So this is the action item from the public hearing that we just had. This, like Shannon said, is going to establish the financing, or the tax financing district. It's going to adopt the TIF increment financing plan, and will also approve the development agreement with BMP Investments. So if there's any questions?
Can I get a motion?
So moved, dispense with the reading.
Sue?
Second, dispense with the reading.
Kathleen? Any discussions? All in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12B, consideration to approve resolution 6.25.02, ordering preparation of the report on improvement of the 12th Avenue South Highway District expansion.
So this resolution is going to give our city engineer, Bolton and Meek, authorization to execute the preliminary report that will give the council pertinent information whether to move forward or not with the highway district expansion that we have been discussing. This will identify all the costs associated and a timeline. And when it is finished, we'll bring it back to the city council for approval. So this doesn't approve, this is just the first step of the process.
So moved, dispense with the reading.
Sue?
Second, dispense with the reading.
Steve? Any discussion? All in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12C, consideration to approve resolution 6.25.03, accepting financial gift from the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, number 3420.
So this resolution will accept a financial donation from the Eagles here in town in the amount of $1,000 towards the firework display. This donation is greatly appreciated.
So move.
Kathleen?
Second.
Steve? All in favor? Oh, any discussion? All in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12D, consideration to approve the new hire, Preston Mix, police officer.
Do you want me to talk on that one? Yeah, okay. So the police department has hired a new police officer, Preston Mix. He has completed the hiring process for the police department for a full-time police officer. His start date is slated for Monday, June 9th. So hopefully we will bring him to his next council meeting to swear him, or just to introduce him. Okay. And then his rate of pay has been set at step 3, which is $30.90 in accordance with the approved 2025 police wage scale. Any questions? Okay.
Kathleen?
Second.
Steve? Any discussion?
So does this bring us to full capacity now? No?
No, we still have one vacancy.
Okay. One step closer, yeah.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, report. Sue?
Nothing new.
Nothing. Kathleen?
Nothing, thank you.
Mike? Nope. Amanda?
No.
Neither do I. Chris?
I have the movie.
I know, I'm so excited.
So it is Karate Kid Legends for this weekend, June 6th through the 8th. It is PG-13. It's 1 hour and 58 minutes long. It follows a young kung fu prodigy who relocates from Beijing to New York City. As he navigates his new life, he attracts the attention of a local karate champion, leading him on a journey to enter the ultimate karate competition with guidance of Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso. Movie starts on Friday and Saturday at 7, Sunday at 4, and tickets are just $5.
Steve,
Nothing.
Department heads? We already know the cops. You guys got a new one. All right, with that, we'll close the meeting at 5. Oh, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you, Sue. Steve? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Meeting closed at 5:51. I was gonna hit your button when you were reading, but I thought that'd be